Actually, by accident, I found it really nice. Someone said, wow, this is really cool if this would be in a virtual museum. So my viewpoint dropped to the floor for some reason. I said, this is like mouse perspective. When you look up to a statue, it looks much more impressive this way.
Really?
And that was just by accident.
I had a similar experience. In one of these quite simple models, which is of an apartment, when you suddenly just raise in height, you really feel the 3D effect much stronger.
Yeah. It's just like here. It's like you're standing in open space. Joachim showed me this one where you can walk off a bridge without falling. It felt sort of weird. This I don't know.
But you will become the ninja of maneuvering this.
Yeah, eventually.
Eventually.
You know, I still have 4 tests scheduled now, so I have time to practice. Who knows, you know, I might make my own device that works much better. Have you ever heard of Glove Pie?
Yeah.
It listed a couple of devices and it can map what those devices do to mouse or keyboard movement. So you can pretty much, if you make a program, you can program it as if you would use a mouse and a keyboard. And then you can map an interaction device method to, like for example, I only did a simple thing, and the A button on my Wiimote was the Q button on my keyboard. So, and if I typed it in Notepad, it worked. And you can also assign gestures to it. You can script it pretty much.
So you can basically write with gestures.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But you'll have to explicitly script it. But it has a scripting language, which is really nice, because you don't have to know anything about interfacing the device with your computer. You just have to know what the device is able to do. And the programmers implemented it.
That's Windows specific.
Yeah, they're working on an open source version, I read. But it is and it supported more interface devices. Like, I didn't really know the specific types, but it started out as a support tool for the P5 Data Glove or something like that. And it supported some interface devices like that. And in that way you could actually perhaps easily program a simulation and test it on your computer, and later if you just create the methods of interaction, like moving left is an atomic action, and normally you'd say that I do that with my left arrow on my keyboard, but if you just program the actions right and assign them to keyboard, you can test it on your own computer, and later on, by activating that program and running a script, you can map it to your interface device. It looked like a nice workable solution if you want to test a lot of devices on one program.
Yeah.
Just define your define your interactions, make sure they can be on or off, and then you can do it like that. Though if you want to do a mapping, like move slow, move fast, then you have to script specifically for a device.
But my guess is that it might use this API for accessibility, because that create all these hooks into the application, so you can actually replace like keyboard, mouse movements, mouse press with other things. And if you put a script language in between that and the application, you can probably also control it a bit.
Yeah, you can. The script language, you can do a lot with it.
Also cool. This is also cool.
Anyway, I want to experiment more with it. I just found out